Oh yeah, there's one right there, yeah.
Inevitably wash them because
that's what happens to me.
100% of the time, I don't care how many times I remind myself, I fucking put the wrappers in the wash.
I do that every time. I've put in ones that are filled in my pockets before. Can't say I didn't actually try it afterwards because I was in need of a gel, but I don't recommend that.
Slight taste of detergent.
All that I can do is say,
All right, so not only is today a Monday, it is a new week, and it is warmer outside, and by warmer I mean it is about 28 degrees outside, which feels amazing compared to the single digits and the teens we've been having. But also today is new shoe day for my run. I'm going to be running in the ASICS Nova Blasts this morning, and I'm really excited about those ones. I've never tried those shoes before. I'm testing them out today. Getting some striders in, so let's get after it.
8 easy miles this morning, and it's back to being cold out here. But you know what? Feels better than the last couple of weeks. I'm okay with that. It definitely seems a little bit colder out than normal, but still putting the work in. Just wrapped up 8 miles this morning on a Monday morning, starting week 3 of London Marathon training. Feeling okay today. I mean, it's a Monday, so I don't know how good you can really feel on a Monday, but you know what? We're gonna start the week off strong and just keep plugging away. All right, it's actually nice and warm out here, which is really nice. Warm as in being like almost 30 degrees out here. Feels great. And the new shoes this morning for our ASICS, they actually felt really good. Didn't have any issues with it at all. I'm curious to know what it's like when I pick up the paces a little bit. Not necessarily doing any speed sessions, but doing any kind of striders or anything like that. Curious to know how they react to that. Other than that, they feel pretty good for a daily trainer. I like wearing them. They're nice.
Now, Mondays are usually my strength training days, or at least one of my strength training days, and mobility as well. Now, before this training cycle, I made sure I actually got in a significant amount of strength training in. So now that I'm actually in this training cycle for London Marathon, I'm still staying somewhat consistent with my strength training. So my main focus has now switched from doing strength training to doing more running, which means that the volume and intensity of my strength training has gone down. I have to be honest though, I don't necessarily get as much strength training in as I would like to, but something is always better than nothing. Now, I found this one movement called single leg airplanes that I really wanted to test out. It's to help work on single leg strength and also stability. It's a pretty odd setup, but I feel like it actually worked pretty well, or at least I think it did. It definitely looks awkward and it feels just as awkward. I'm still trying to work on this movement, so it'll take a little getting used to. I'm prepping for tomorrow morning's workout. It is a speed session, a tempo run with 6 miles at marathon pace. I may not necessarily record a lot of that because it is supposed to be very cold out tomorrow, and taking off my glove or taking out my phone or GoPro or whatever it may be a bit challenging. Plus it's going to be dark outside as well, so I'll cover as much as I can. But in the meantime, tonight for dinner we are having some tortellini. And I have some tart cherry juice I'm using as well. And I'm going to be using this pesto here. This is tomato pesto, and Jesse's going to be using the basil pesto. So we have that. I'm planning on also using some liquid carbs that I have ready to go over here. Liquid carbs are already prepped and ready. I'm also going to be taking one of my ketone IQ shots before the workout as well to kind of get me going. It's definitely going to be a cold workout tomorrow. Like I said, the real field temperature is going to be 5. So going to do that one outside. Like I said, I'm going to try to record as much as I can. But again, during the actual marathon pace effort, I probably will not record any of that. So go from there and catch you in the morning. All right, getting ready for this run this morning is a real feel of 6 outside. So 6. Putting this balaclava on, I layered on some Vaseline on my face. But we're going to do the best we can out there. The wind gusts are pretty bad out there. It's about 28 miles per hour at certain time periods. It's going to be an interesting run. I'll come back in and do a report afterwards. There's no way I'm going to be filming anything during this specific time period. We go over splits, go over how I felt, everything like that when I get back. This wind, man. Just wrapped up this run. Oh boy, this one definitely was a tough one. My calves are definitely feeling sore. Soleus, definitely feeling sore. And it's cold out here. I'm gonna do a recap after I get done showering. All right, just got done the speed session, and wanted to go over it a little bit with you because the thing is that this run taught me a lot about my marathon effort based off of what I've done in previous weeks and coming back to one now and doing this workout again. I've done this one previously a couple of times now, and this one went a little bit differently, and I think I started feeling a little bit of like tightness in my soleus right after I got done the actual workout. So let's dive into it a little bit here. The first little bit was a warm-up. It was supposed to be about a mile warm-up. I actually went a little bit over. I find that actually using the lap press button when it comes to the warm-up is actually better, so I can actually start where I want to start as opposed to like hitting the mile right at when it actually needs to actually start. So I went to like about a mile and a half or so. But after that, I got into the actual workout. So I feel like the first mile is always one of the fastest miles for me. I feel like it's one of those things where like I'm really excited about the workout and I'm just kind of like, I'm going. The elevation gain was actually a little bit like higher than normal just because most of the time when I actually start these specific workouts, I'm starting on a little bit of an incline. And then it kind of like goes on a decline and then it kind of evens out a little bit after that. So pretty much where I'm at, there's like hills everywhere, so I can't really avoid that. During this specific session, my first mile was about 6:28, then 6:22, it dropped down because like I said, I had that down a little bit. Then went back to 6:28, 6:26, 6:32, 6:32. So they're all below marathon effort pace, which is a good thing. The last 2 miles were definitely a little bit of a struggle. Now, the temperature for this specific day was a very chilly, like it was just brutally cold. So I was battling the wind for the most part for this specific run. So seeing these specific paces during that time period is actually pretty good, at least in my opinion. So I feel like the effort was definitely there. The paces were where they were supposed to be. So with that being said, all in all, I think this was a really good workout. But again, like I said, I felt a little bit in my soleus a little bit right afterwards. It definitely tightened up quite a bit. And I think that might have something to do with the previous workouts I've been doing on the treadmill with the different shoes that I was using and actually running that specific workout on a treadmill. So I'm kind of hoping it doesn't necessarily lead to anything later. That's TBD. I kind of want to keep an eye on that a little bit because I want to make sure it doesn't turn into anything else. But that started feeling a little bit sore afterwards. But yeah, this was a pretty solid workout. Actually, I'm really proud of these specific paces and hitting the actual marks that I needed to hit. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next couple of days and the next couple of weeks because it's like we're in London Marathon training. So let's keep getting into it and go from there. Happy Friday. Getting in a shuffle run this morning. It's a little bit dicey out here. It snowed overnight a little bit and it's cold out here. But putting in the work, using this as like a shakeout run for tomorrow's long run. And then it's supposed to snow again. Yay! Getting in a little bit of a nice 10K
this morning on a Friday morning. It feels colder, but it's warmer out here. It's really weird. It did snow last night a little bit, but during this run, the sun started coming up, which is amazing. So I'm meeting up with a friend of mine in Philly, Susanna, and I've met with her numerous times before on a lot of runs, and it's actually kind of exciting because she's also running the London Marathon as well, the same way I got in. It's gonna be really exciting. Going to her neck of the woods right now in Philly, which isn't too far away from where I'm at, but kind of excited because it's a new terrain for me. I'm used to a lot of hilly areas around where I'm at, and Philly, the areas we're going to be running in, at least from what I know of, it's not going to be as hilly, which is also a good thing. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm also excited because the last couple of times when I actually went to go run with her, it's been kind of rainy. This time period, it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain at all, so that's a good sign, or at least that I know of. It's not supposed to be raining at all, but yeah, every time we seem to meet up, it seems like it's always raining. So we're going to bypass all of that. It's going to be a little chilly outside. The temperature out there is about 33 degrees, 35 according to the car, and I'm looking to have a good time. I mean, it's been a little while since I've actually seen her and actually ran with her, so excited to get a good run in. Got 16 miles on deck today, so should be a great time. And yeah, hoping it's not as cold and breezy. But you know, I feel like I have like way too many layers on like I normally do, so there's that.
Now this looks pretty cool. There's one right there, yeah.
Inevitably wash them because
that's what happens to me.
100% of the time, I don't care how many times I remind myself, I fucking put the wrappers in the wash.
I do that every time. I've put in ones that are filled in my pockets before. Can't say I didn't actually try it afterwards because I was in need of a gel, but I don't recommend that.
Light taste of detergent.
So Susanna ran a little bit before I got here, and she ran about a mile or so more. So now I'm going to finish out this run without her, do my own thing for a little bit, then meet up with her afterwards, and I'm done. All right, 16 miles done for the day. Senna also got 16 miles in for the day, although it was a little different. She did a mile before I did, but still, 16 miles done for the day. Now it's time to get some donuts,
Some delicious donuts at that.
Now, most of the time when I'm downtown going for a run, I always make sure I stop by one of my favorite donut places called Dottie's Donuts. There's always plenty to choose from, and they actually have a lot of unique flavors. It really is the best way to end a long run as well as another week in training. With each week done, we're one step closer to London Marathon. But what lies ahead, though, is a challenge that runners never expect to encounter.
All that I can do